So this next story comes out of Nevada, and it's about a man who went around and photographed about 30 brothels throughout Nevada, and he concluded with his results. Now, and I quote, what he originally thought of was much different than what had happened. So, I originally imagined the Nevada brothels would be dirty, dingy trailers out in the middle of the desert. I guess the best way to describe the type of person I was expecting to find there would be someone out of a Nick Cave song, Lost Drifters and Social Misfits. So the guy went in with the attitude, just like a lot of Americans, that these brothels were bad, that these people were under terrible conditions, they were misfits and all these things. But what's quite interesting is 5 years later, and going to 33 brothels, he imagined and found a completely different experience. Now what he found is a much more humanizing glimpse of these individuals. Now back to brothels, that's where you go there, you go to certain areas to have sex with women. In 49 states it's illegal, but in Nevada it's regulated by the government and it's legal within that state. Now it's very intriguing to note that because it's regulated, there's not an illegal market, so there's certainly not as bad as in other states. So as the pictures are coming up right now, we can see that the women are not there because they're forced to be. Well, in some instances they are, but these women are there because they want to, they need to, and it's something that shouldn't be looked down upon as well. They have a humanistic view, as these pictures on the screen are showing. So, moving on, what he said that the women wanted to work here for a number of reasons. The first of which is brothels offered a safe alternative to the illegal business, free from drugs, and with independence to negotiate for themselves. So that's the key part of the argument right here. When the brothels are illegal in other states, then the illegal cartels and other organizations take control, and they form more of a monopoly where the workers are paid very little, they're put under stringent conditions, and they, don't get the benefits. Well, when it's regulated, the government installs, a more fair way so that the women are paid fairly, that they're getting medical treatment and all this good stuff. So regardless of if you like brothels or not, it's going to happen because men have a huge sex drive and they're not going to get all the women they want, so they're going to go to these brothels. It's showing that if they're regulated, at least in that standpoint, we won't have as many issues in terms of HIV or AIDS continuation, and we're not going to have these women under these terrible conditions. They'll get higher wages and all these kinds of things. Now, when he finishes, he had some very interesting notes. Quote, "When most people think of prostitution, they think of illegal prostitution and all the expletive and negative consequences that go along with it. I think Nevada Rose shows a side where the women are not embarrassed or ashamed." That's a key point. The stereotype about brothels is that, they're just bad. As I pointed out in the beginning, that there's something you have to do. But yeah, there's a whole side that there's a humanity about them. They have positives, they have great traits. And regardless of what you think of them or not, it's better to re-regulate it so that these women get a better chance. Now please like, please comment, please subscribe if you like these videos. Thank you.